गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। Hare Krishna. Thank you for inviting me to this program. I don't know you, I don't know whether you know me, but still we have congregated here for hearing Krishna Katha, discuss Krishna Katha, I would say rather. Thank you, Prabhu. Lokeshwar Krishna Prabhu, right? Oh, he's okay. What's his name? He's the house host. What is your name? And go to Vishnu the chat possible. He gave an example of association of so he compared a devotee's life to the life of existence of a sweet. So we all like sweets, right? Today prasadam is there. Every ISKCON prasadam means sweet has to be there. Vishnu bro, if it is not there, kindly arrange. We have 1 hour. In fact, every ISKCON program means prasad has to be there. There has been no ISKCON program, and if there is no prasad, then it's like how come possible? I was distributing books many years back, and we were distributing books on a railway station, Mumbai railway station, you know, right? You get books will go less. You will get less books, but more dust. When people travel by local train, so we would congregation devotees would congregate, and we would put our stall on December marathon. So I went once, one stall like this. Congregation devotees are putting stall. I came to know that devotees here in Hyderabad are very enthusiastic for distribution. Amazing. This time, first time the history of ISKCON world, Hyderabad average temple has come for book distribution. We came 5th. Yes. I remember because you defeated Chopati. Ramaji is a distribution, book distribution head. We come 5th every year. This time, how we came 6th? Hyderabad average. Suddenly, nowhere. So exactly after marathon, I came here to see the enthusiasm of devotees, all of you. So the best part is in ISKCON, book distribution is happening all over the world. Maximum books are happening through congregation devotees. Definitely, no doubt about it. Today, there was one time when during Prabhupada time, devotee means temple. They stay in temple. No one stayed outside temple, right? Then Prabhupada, when he was leaving, during the time Prabhupada mentioned, A time will come will devotees will stay outside temple and they'll come. Until no one understood that concept. How can he's a devotee? How can he stay outside temple? Congregation was not a concept that time. Eventually, then it came upon that devotees were staying outside temple and devotees were staying inside temple. Inside temple we did outside temple. You were in Maya, staying outside. And slowly, as years progressed, the number of devotees staying outside temple increased. And they are maintaining everyone who's inside temple. Right? And the number of devotees inside temple decreased now. And it is increasing. Everything can happen in one life. We can see. So congregation devotees they play a vital role in all aspects. And the best part, congregation devotees are very humble. They always remain in background. Because they are doing so much in the outside world, in their work, in their job. So they don't want to become big in front of Krishna. They want to become small. Because all of you are doing big things, but don't want big titles. So what happens? Because of humility, then the result also is amazing. Am I right? I'm saying something else. Go on. So I had put a stall in one station called as Malad. Mumbai there is a station called Malad. So devotees had put a stall and I thought I would just visit them. So during marathon I visited the stall. We are not yet beginning the lecture. I'm just trying to, what do you say, warm up. I just remembered something. Then I will start my class. So I was along with the devotees there. One person, so devotees are always quoting books, or it's one style. Bhagavad Gita, keep bombarding, People in cities, they will not understand other language. But bombard, right? You can't talk to a walking person, right? The only way is bombarding. Bombardment. One gentleman just walked past the whole bombardment, came to a table where I was sitting. And I said, ISKCON devotee, huh? Yes, ISKCON devotee. Because I was only in that dress. Otherwise, everyone was in normal costume. So I said, and he said, where is Prasad? And I was thinking, how can they ask Prasad in bookstore, Bookstore, where Prasad will come? Then I said, oh, this is not temple, this is bookstall. Malad railway station, bookstall for 1 hour only. ISKCON means Prasad has to be there. So then I was now confused what to do because he had caught me. Actually, ISKCON means Prasad has to be there. So then I told him, here one who takes books will get Prasad. Then I will take books, give me Prasad. Now I have to do something. So what happened is, immediately I called him. He said, you sit down, Prasad is coming. I said, Prasad got over, Prasad is coming. Next slot. He made him sit down. When he was not watching me, I just called one devotee. That sweet shop is there. Go and buy Prasad. Won't tell me offer and give you. Otherwise, this guy will sit in the end of the day and wait for Prasad. So this devotee went to that shop, sweet shop. This famous sweet shop in Malad, just across station, very huge. Very famous, Mithai Wala. You can Google also. Mithai Wala. And it has been there for a long time. Like for example, when I was going in school, my school was in Malad. That time I saw the shop. Now I had grown up and now Brahmachari and then 25, 30 years later the shop is still there. So our devotee went and said, peda dilo peda. Half kg, whatever, So he was packing that person. He said, what is happening there? I see one stall is there, everybody shouting. Because lot of sound train, he cannot hear what's going on. But something in that thing, suddenly so many people have come there. One stall and so many people are standing. So this devotee said, we are distributing Bhagavad Gita because this is Gita Jayanti month. Oh, is it? You people have given me also Bhagavad Gita many years back, I remember. Then he said, okay, very nice. Then the devotee asked, how much money? He was pulling out money from his pocket. He said, no, not required. From me, gift. Because you are putting stall and you are working people and you are doing book distribution, Gita, acha kaam kar rahe hai. मेरी तरफ से free. And then he told, कल भी आना. कल भी free दूंगा. Whenever you do book distribution, come here and you half kg bida or whatever you want free. That is from my side. This happens, such stories happen when book distribution. This is very inspirational. Anand Maharaj told me, book distribution, you cannot force anyone. When a person book distribution, he gets inspiration. That inspiration keeps him going for long. I remember one time when I just joined Radha Gopinath Temple, I went for book distribution 5 hours. Stipulated time every day was 2 hours. I went 5 hours. And to the first time, not first time, new joining, 5 hours. So Shamananko called me and said, you went for book distribution? Yes, we 5 hours. I thought he will be very happy and embrace me. Prabhu, 5 hours, you are amazing. Then he told me, very nice, Prabhu. We want you to do book distribution throughout your life. To do 2 hours. And not 5 hours now and then for 5 years no book distribution. So I understood book distribution also has to be very systematic and very much what we can manage and do it throughout our. Prabhupada has never said book distribution only 2020. Like I said, he never mentioned a year. He said every time we should do book distribution. But that's possible when we can properly manage our book distribution. We should not fry out ourselves and others also. So, ISKCON means prasadam. Come back to the main point. ISKCON means prasadam. And in prasad, there has to be sweet also. Right? But there are so many sweets which we only came to know after ISKCON only. Different types of sweets, right? Otherwise, we only knew sweets, whatever culture we come from or whatever caste we come from, right? Few, maybe here and there some extra. But ISKCON, you come, you get variety of, you try everything, right? What all we have eaten after come to ISKCON sweets? Let's say, take a guess. Mataji is afterwards. Mataji is people who are eating, they should remember, right? Okay, tell me. Rasgulla, okay. Barfi, rabdi. I need a kuch. Gulab jamun, rasmalai, malpua, और प्रभु विष्णु प्रभु हलवा मेन हलवा बोलिए मेन आइटम इसको हलवा फेमस 7 cups what is that oh अच्छा new item okay any other item you have not spoken today morning you made something sweet rice but went on become pongal sweet pongal he gave me prasad. Prabhu, this sweet. What is the name? You eat and name it. Okay, anything left here, Mataji can try now. Which is not Sandesh. Sandesh. Okay, anything else? Peda. Peda. Oh, very good. And Kesari. Kesari. South Indian. Tamil Nadu. Gajar. Yesterday, 2 days back in Radha Gopinath Temple, they printed a menu. Dinner. Winter King. Winter King. King. What is Winter King? Give a name to Gajar Halwa as Winter King. Right, no? North Western was right. I was wondering why. What is Winter King? I went and saw Gajar Halwa. I'm also my favorite. So we have taken all varieties of prasadam in ISKCON after coming to ISKCON, right? And Prabhupada writes in third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Kardamuni's pastimes. When Lord Narayan appeared in front of Kardamuni, it is mentioned Kardamuni's body was effulgent and very healthy. Prabhupada writes, how can someone with tapasya for so long time can have a healthy body? It should be emaciated. Prabhupada said, this is the power of Krishna consciousness. And Prabhupada said, we have seen in ISKCON, people who come to ISKCON, they become very healthy. Healthy and too much healthy also. So, let's take one item which you all missed. I will speak that item. Kala Jamun, right? The little brother of Gulab Jamun. So, Kala Jamun, you know how it prepares? First, you have to make the balls and you have to fry that balls, right? After frying the balls, actually ball is white in color, it becomes black in color after frying. Then all that ball goes in the syrup, sugar syrup. So Prabhuji was mentioning Shubhilal for his lecture, very nice point. I sometimes Prasad example remains in the mind. So he told that each and every one of us in this material world are like Kala Jamun. Because in this material world, Maya Devi is frying us in the kadai. You know kadai? Frying pan. Hare Krishna. You want to sit on a chair, Mataji? Chair. So, Kala Jamun means you first have to deep fry that thing. You have to make sure it is black in color. Right? So, Maya Devi make sure, her duty is to make sure that everyone in this material world who has come here is deep fried, burnt out black. That is her service, special service. But Krishna arranged association of devotees. That association is like sugar syrup. We get deep fried, but we should look always for that association. Otherwise, just imagine a Kala Jamun. If I give Kala Jamun without putting sugar syrup, what will happen? Burnt out. Put sugar syrup, we'll ask, एक ही किलो दो चाहिए, चार चाहिए. So very important. So association of devotees in our life is like that. Now we are all congregating here and associating. Right? It has been a very long time we are meeting. Because of Corona, we missed. We were all online, right? Yeah. So online we were meeting each other on Zoom windows. Right? And it's a very good, Prabhu Mataji, how are you? But we could not have kirtan dancing there, right? The only thing was lecture. And lecture also very difficult. For the speaker was very difficult. I don't understand whether they are hearing my lecture or just video. No, internet is very low. For all other purposes, internet is high. And Zoom latest that internet becomes low. Whatever. So internet is not there. So Zoom, video is off. Audio is also off. Not understand. People are hearing or not hearing. But I have to speak anyways. So it was very difficult. So we really understand the association of devotees importance last year. We are missing so much devotees in our life. Because this cannot be substituted by Zoom. It is good. Sometimes nothing is there. Let's say you are in which place? Pakistan. Don't go to Pakistan. But if you are in Pakistan and if you want to associate devotees, Zoom is good to connect. But if in Hyderabad and you are 2 buildings away from devotees, why go on Zoom? Go and meet him. All the preachers were on Zoom. One devotee commented, "प्रभु पहले आप घूम रहे थे, अभी हम Zoom रहे हैं." Because we're traveling so much. Suddenly, 5-6 months in Chowpatty temple, in the whole arena, everyone was there. We were seeing every time Maharati, everyone, which was very rare. Once in a while, sometimes I come back, then someone else goes, and I don't meet him for 10-15 days. Then I meet him, I go, किधर है? मैं इधर है, आप किधर है? 5-6 months we were all together, everyone. Gopinath Prabhu, Govind Prabhu, Gaur Gopal Prabhu, Shamanand Prabhu, Moran Prabhu, everyone. Up Gaurang was in GV. All 80-90 brahmacharis were together. But what I'm trying to say is, this association we are all missing. Even brahmacharis are missing. Because unless we come together and discuss Krishna Katha in physical association of devotees, the rasa is not there. Right? So we are very fortunate that we have this chance. And how we have got this chance? It's not like we prayed. Did we ever pray in our life? Bhakti Dede Bhagwan, Bhakto Ka Sang Dede Bhagwan. We had our own other list also. But Bhagwan kya kya chahiye sab kuch. We never had in our list either Bhakti, nor we are Bhakti, material enjoyment. So how come we got it? Because of mercy of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila. No matter whatever it may be, ultimately everything goes to that point of Srila Prabhupada. You may say, Prabhuji, I came to devotional service because of Lokeshwar Krishna. Okay. Wow, Lokeshwar Krishna, such a nice picture. Lokeshwar Krishna was, but I came to Bhakti because of some other devotee. Bhagwan. Bhagwan said, oh, but ultimately I came to Bhakti for Yugal Gishar. America. Yugal Gishar was, I came to Bhakti because of Radhanath, whatever. That's what it is, I fast. Radhanath, I came to Bhakti because of Prabhupada. Not both Prabhupada. So we are all very fortunate to come in touch with Srila Prabhupada. He is the one who is connecting us all together. He is our central connection. Right? We may come from all different varieties of life, different taste, flavors, we all have different flavors. Right? You ask a devotee from South India to lead Kirtan, Kirtan will be South Indian flavor. You ask a North person to lead Kirtan, his Kirtan will be North Indian flavor. You ask a Bengali devotee, his flavor will be Bengali flavor, right? Maharashtrian flavor, Gujarati flavor. But we all are Srila Prabhupada's servants. That is for guaranteed, no doubt about it. And Srila Prabhupada, he has given us so much. Literally we are taking and we are accepting and it's full for us. Like if you go to South India, any temples, especially you see in Andhra, there are many Narasimha temples there. Even in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka. Many South Indian temples, they have elephants outside the temple. See?
Yes.
They always keep elephant. You like when the small children they go, they meet the elephant, give some donation, right? The elephant will put it hand, trunk on, Ashirwad like that. So one time we were observing one elephant like this in South India. So we had gone in the morning to temple darshan. We saw the elephant, and we saw a big thela that they drive that cycle with big ठेला गाड़ी है मोटर से समझ गया ना ठेला बोलते हैं यहाँ क्या बोलते हैदराबाद में क्या होता है ठेला बोलते हैं हाँ दोपड़ बंडी हाँ दोपड़ बंडी समझ गया ना दोपड़ बंडी in them there are big laddus, not this big like football laddus like this. So I was wondering when laddus कहाँ जा रहे हैं? Those laddus were a little different. It was going towards the elephant. The first time. So I thought 3-4 laddus and some other laddus will be something else. I just waited and watched. That man came, he took one laddu and the elephant knew what to do. Elephant raised his tongue, mouth open, and this person was throwing like this inside laddu. Second laddu, the 3-4 TK, the whole thing on a topper mandi went inside his mouth in 10 minutes. And I was amazed. What a capacity to eat the elephant has got. Big laddus full of that and just threw it in his mouth. I was watching what next will happen. Then the next thing was to feed him water. How will you feed water? I saw even the hose pipe was there, big. This big size hose pipe. That fellow went and just put on the tap water was flowing. He just went and put the whole hose pipe inside his mouth only. That's like you put that small bottle inside your children's mouth, right? Drink water, drink milk. You must consume so much water. I was wondering, capacity of an elephant is amazing. Then I saw something good. That just below where elephant was standing, because elephant was eating those laddus, some little laddu was falling. Little crumbs. And that crumbs, there were thousands of ants on that crumbs, and they were relishing, carrying that laddu crumbs. So what was left out of ecstasy of elephant was a feast for thousands of ants. So what is left out by acharyas that come from books for us, that we take it for over lifetime reading those books. Srila Prabhupada said, my purports are devotional ecstasies. So Prabhupada was relishing, just like an elephant was relishing laddus. He was relishing Krishna consciousness preaching. And then he told, "Chalo thoda aapke liye chhod diya tha." He gave us those books. He gave us ISKCON society, devotees. And that is like a feast for us. Throughout our life we can. Therefore, the most important thing in our life is to keep connected with Prabhupada. Very much. That connection has to be strong. I realized one thing, why Prabhupada is so strong in our society, because thanks to Srila Prabhupada disciples, they kept Prabhupada very strong in their life. And therefore Prabhupada is strong in our life. Right? It is not obligation. You see, Prabhupada is not Prabhupada se diksha liya to Prabhupada ki jai bol rahe. Aisa nahi. They have love. Like if I ask any one of you, where you want to go in your life after you leave this material world? So most of you will say, Golok Vrindavan, right? ISKCON society people do not want to go beyond Golok Vrindavan, below Golok Vrindavan. Golok Vrindavan ke aage. Golok Vrindavan se niche nahi aana. गोलक वृंदावन में भी माधुर्य है, शांत है, दास्य है. यहाँ चैंटिंग 16 वाला ठीक से नहीं हो रहा है, लेकिन माधुर्य रहे तो गोलक वृंदावन. So just imagine, we are few years in ISKCON and our aspiration is the highest. Because Srila Prabhupada gave us the highest. He didn't compromise. So many of us, if you see, we want to go back to world. You ask Srila Prabhupada disciples, who are our gurus, who will take us back to world. Where you want to go? I want to go to serve Prabhupada. My goodness, what is this, How can someone, one who is going to take us back to world, he doesn't want to go back to world. He wants to go and serve Prabhupada. Then I thought, Prabhupada is really someone special. Has such an impact on the life of his disciples that they just want to Jivane Marane to every life I want to just serve you. Even today also they have this. So while all the followers want to go back to world, but they want to go to Prabhupada. It's an amazing concept, right? We need to think that a person wants to serve Srila Prabhupada wherever he wants, material world, spiritual world. So the big connection of us is to Prabhupada. The whole parampara, Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. But Prabhupada is a very important. And Prabhupada has given us Krishna consciousness in such an easy way that we can accept it. I'll tell you frankly that before Srila Prabhupada, the program of Krishna consciousness which was there in Gaudiya Sampradaya was not as attractive as what Prabhupada has given us. You go to any mud which is also there, you won't find a morning program very attractive so much. See, I don't want to go against anyone, but I'm telling you why Prabhupada made attractive, because Prabhupada knew us. He wanted us to be attracted, so he made such an attractive program. The morning program is like a highlight of ISKCON temple. Morning. Like sometimes, some devotees say, oh, after 9:30 I get very tired. I can't serve, I need to take some rest. Then I tell them, you should take rest. How come I take? Oh, now the service has to begin because now the day has started. I said, you in the outside people do 7 hours job, 8 hours job, right? After that they get tired. You watch. from 4:30 in the morning to 9:30. It was how many hours job? 5 hour job, intense. So you need some rest now, take some half an hour rest and then start the day. It's an intense program. That is Prabhupada's genius that he arranged that program. Morning program, evening program, outside program, life membership, book distribution. Everything designed so perfectly well that that formula is working even now. In this material world, everything is getting updated, right? Everything. Your app is getting updated, and your vehicles are getting updated. Your building is also getting updated sometimes, renovation, new things. But Prabhupada's program is not getting updated. Why he arranged a program which is like for many years will run very smooth. So Srila Prabhupada gave us a program which we can actually follow in our life and become successful. So Prabhupada has connected us very strongly. That connection Srila Prabhupada gave us. All we need to do is follow the program. Whatever is given to us. And the connection is there. Strong connection. I'll tell you a nice and beautiful story which one of Srila Prabhupada disciples he told. We are trying to discuss on a very important topic, how to become steady in bhakti. Right? Any topic you take, how to overcome lust, how to become steady in bhakti, how to become mature in Krishna consciousness, how to remain strong in Krishna consciousness, how to become nice in chanting Hare Krishna, how to complete our rounds in the morning. Take any topic. Solution will come there only. What is solution? It will come that we want to serve nicely, follow in footsteps of our own Guru, who is following footsteps of Srila Prabhupada. It all boils down there only. Yasya Prasada, Bhagavad Prasado. Yes. If that one element we focus, everything will come. All solutions are there only. Prabhupada, at whose feet all Prabhus, they take shelter. So today we are discussing something on Prabhupada, connecting with Prabhupada, because it's very important for us to know that how we need to connect very strongly with our own spiritual masters and with Srila Prabhupada both. And they are the one, if we keep that connection strong, no matter what high or low our Krishna consciousness will go, will definitely go up and down. The material world is like that. Our Krishna consciousness will always go up and always go down. Up and down, up and down. But if we keep the connection strong, what will happen? We will remain fixed. We will go through that journey. We will go through the journey. Should I tell you a nice master Srila Prabhupada? Sure. Then you all became very serious, so I wanted to make it more. So one time Srila Prabhupada was in America in the initial days of ISKCON. So one devotee, 1967, something like that. One devotee was with Prabhupada, and Prabhupada told him, now what you are doing here? Go and preach. So he went to some other temple, small center. Then from there he came to know that in Hawaii some devotees starting center. So he went to Hawaii. Hawaii is a small island, heavenly paradise, America's, it's like America's heaven in between Pacific Ocean. So then Prabhupada came to know Hawaii, a small center is started. Prabhupada said, I'll go to Hawaii. So this devotee was with Prabhupada, and now we heard Prabhupada is coming. So he was very happy. So he was thinking, now I'm getting chance of Prabhupada. What should I do? So with this brief, whatever tenure he had with Prabhupada, he came to the Prabhupada like this, Prabhupada like this. So I'll keep this ready here. So you remember that one time in New York, Prabhupada was a lot of cold. Thandi badi gaya. Thand. So Prabhupada asked, can you make halwa? Halwa, of course. Halwa. Can you make halwa? So immediately he made halwa or suji ka halwa. Rajas ka suji ka. And he gave Prabhupada it. So he thought, Hawaii, now cold season, Prabhupada will come. What if he asks halwa? Hawaii mein halwa kaise milega? We are arranged. Na? So he went to all the stores. He did not get the semolina suji, rava. Because in Hawaii, who Rava will eat Rava? So finally, something like Rava he got. He got a packet and kept it. Sugar and milk, Yama all already kept. Prabhupada came, stayed 1 or 2 days. Second day, Prabhupada said, very cold. Can you make halwa? Now my chance is there. So immediately packet was there, milk was there, sugar was there. He made full pot bun ke halwa. I thought Prabhupada will eat. He made a ball and kept Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, "Prabhupada, what is this? Is this halwa? Prabhupada pushed the whole thing. He was thinking Prabhupada will be like, no, you got halwa for me in Hawaii. Prabhupada will be happy, smiling, you garland also give. No garland. No garland, only gari. So he was very sudden shock now. So he took the ball, take this ball, took the ball and gave, and tears came from his eyes. He thought I wanted to please my guru. I ended up displeasing him. In the kitchen, he saw a beautiful photo of Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur. He offered obey to Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur. I'm sorry, Maharaj, I displeased your disciple today. Please engage me in your disciple service nicely. Spontaneously made a prayer like that. He was crying also. Suddenly he heard a bell, ting, there. Prabhupada had a bell, ringing something. He went running. He just wiped his tear, went running. Prabhupada said, where is halwa? Then he said, we don't want halwa. Ring. So he got the same ball. Prabhupada took. Prabhupada took. Get every more halwa. We have more. He got one kadai. So Prabhupada ate 3-4 times. And he was wondering, Prabhupada just not chastised. I didn't change anything. I didn't add anything. He said, is this halwa? And suddenly 5 minutes later, Prabhupada calls me and is happy with the halwa and eats the whole halwa. What is the miracle? What's happening? In between, there was one thing which I did was I prayed to not Prabhupada also, his Guru. Connection is very strong. He understood the connection between Prabhupada and his Guru is so strong. I made a prayer there. Immediately, the prayer went there and he called and asked for the same halwa and ate it. So his realization was, our parampara is very strong. We should not think that whether we are connected to Prabhupada or Prabhupada is connected to Krishna. We should never think like that. We are all connected. Sometimes Maya is so strong, it may ask, Prabhupada has not given everything to us. There are some more people are there, big gurus are there in the world, and they will give highest. Some people have crazy thoughts like that also. But Prabhupada has given everything, and the connection is also strong. We have our spiritual masters, we have senior devotees, strong connection. So we are all like people in a deep, dark well. We are in a deep, dark well. If you want to pull something out of deep, dark well, you need a hook and a big rope. So Brahma, Madhva, Gauda Sampradaya is like the rope. And our immediate connection is that hook. The devotee, senior devotee or our guru or whoever it may be, it's like the hook. Sometimes deep dark well, the hook comes. We don't understand the rope is also there or not. But along with the hook, there is a rope also. And then so these are few things I thought I'll share with you. Many more things are there. I don't know what's the time now.
It's okay, please go. Continue.
Yes, I just began only. I know open my notes also. Okay, while you're blessing, they're open now. Yeah. So one very nice point is how to serve our that connection, the hook which we have. We call it hook, but it's not a good name. But anyways, that hook will hook us up in Krishna consciousness. We have to serve our immediate predecessors, our acharyas, by See, we cannot serve our gurus. See, we all have our gurus, right? Some are aspiring, some already have gurus. Will we ever get chance to serve our personally our gurus? It is not possible. If someone is getting, it is great miracle, we're getting a chance. But that person also can't say that I will be eternally or 25, 30 years or 5 years, 10 years. आज है कल पता नहीं होगा कि sometimes someone gets chance to serve his guru, so we feel that he is so fortunate, he is so advanced. But we do not know that may be there. Like one time Bhurijan Prabhu mentioned a very beautiful pastime. Bhurijan Prabhu and his one more god brother, whose name was Uddhava, they went to meet Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada was in New Vrindavan that time. So they went and told Prabhupada that we are preaching in one university, Prabhupada, we are doing book distribution. Then Prabhupada was very happy. And after that, Prabhupada had some other things, so they both left. So Prabhupada came out, and Prabhupada was very bold. So both of them turned around. And Prabhupada said, Uddhava. So Uddhava came. Prabhupada gave his garment to Uddhava. So Bhurijan Prabhu said, I am senior. I am only for Uddhava devotee. My Prabhupada is not giving me. Maybe Prabhupada does not know that go and update him. Some thoughts were in his mind. But he thought, no, Prabhupada. It's Prabhupada. Why? He thought, why I need garment? I need service. So he reconciled. But he was thinking that my Prabhupada only called him, not me. Prabhupada should have called both and garlanded together also. That's also. But he had this thing. See, some devotees are they are very, very thoughtful devotees. He knew that something is there, very merciful, his devotee. After 6 months, he found Uddhava was not able to focus on Krishna consciousness. He had doubts on Prabhupada and he left Krishna consciousness. So, immediately Bhurijan Prabhu understood Prabhupada knew what's happening in the mind of Uddhava. So, the garland Prabhupada got, he is going away. If I give garland, we stay 6 more months, good, give me the garland. But sometimes, since we don't get anything, we always say, Prabhu, Maharaj only give garland to him only. Why? Sometimes you should give garland to me also. Right? But we should know that mercy which goes, that mercy has a reason for it, which we may not know. Exactly. The many things which we do, even in our house, family members, what husband is doing something, wife may not know, wife is doing something, husband may not know. Let's, for example, if Gajendra Prabhu, he eats extra gulab jamun. His wife may not know why they eat extra gulab jamun. Yesterday only Adeshambu told him, don't eat sweets. We don't know. Why is it? Esoteric reason may be there. And Jagannath must have come and said, you want Krishna consciousness tomorrow, your devotion service, eat gulab jamun. Or 1 or 3, not 2. Just looking. I mean, there are some things we will never know. Our own propensities and actions people will not know. So there are many things in Krishna consciousness which we will not know, and therefore not necessarily we will know that. Anyway, why are we talking about okay, serving Guru. Yeah. Serving Guru. So we will not get a chance to do physical service to our Guru. Not possible. So how to serve? There is one way which we can serve anywhere in the world. One way. And that one way is Krishna has given us an organ which we can utilize in Guru service. That is our ear. This ear, everyone has got ear, right? Here, everyone got ear. How many ears? 2 ears. 1 mouth and 2 ears. See, very important. We should use this more than this. We use this more than this. We want to always speak and hear less. But biologically, the whole thing is hear more and speak less. So we should use this organ in hearing from Shiva. If we have heard properly from the lotus mouth of our Guru, we will always be fixed up in bhakti wherever we are. We talk about physical association. Srila Prabhupada, such an advanced Vaishnava. How many times he got chance to serve his own guru? That's analyze that. You really remember, you can count. One time I counted how many times Prabhupada got. 5 times only. Only 5 times. And not that he stayed, went for yatra 11 days. Not like that. Many times, 1 or 2 times he got chance to speak and talk. One was Radha Gun and one was before initiation. And the first one was that directly you are a young person, young man, preach in English language. It's a direct order. So Prabhupada got few chances only. Maximum chances were like you would sit in the audience and hear Krishna Katha from his guru. What he took, he used his organ ear to hear from his Guru Maharaj. And from that he understood this is my Guru's mission. Right? One time Srila Prabhupada came to Mayapur and directly he drove to Mayapur, or it's called Mayapur temple. So some of his very close God brothers, they said, Prabhupada is not coming to Chaitanya Mutt. Bhakti Siddhanta Sutta Samadhi is here. So they felt you should come first here, take darshan of the spiritual master. You know, Chaitanya Mutt, that is a place where Bhakti Siddhanta Sutta Samadhi is there. Guru is here, you should come here. So one devotee overheard, he asked, Prabhupada, they are saying like this, that you should go to your Guru Samadhi, take darshan. Your Guru is there. He said, my Guru is always with me. If he's separate, I'll go to him and offer Dhanvat Pranam. He's always with me. I never feel even one time in my life that I'm missing my Guru. So if he's always with me, why should I go to some place physical only? I always carry him. Who can say that? One was organized, one was engaged his organ of hearing in Guru service. So if we boil down to one thing of hearing, then you'll always fix it up. I have experienced one thing in my personal life and also my devotee's life. That if we keep this hearing on, then whenever we have some problems and we're hearing, we get answer there only. In the class, we get the answer. It's a fact. Because these classes are the Bhagavatam classes. And Bhagavatam is not some classroom classes like a teacher teaching in the school or college or something like that. Finishing syllabus. I Bhagavatam plus खत्म करना है चलो आज 5 वर्ष लेंगे 10 वर्ष लेंगे. Bhagavatam is it's all about discussing with Krishna, about Krishna in assembly of devotees. So when we enter into a class with understanding that let's know what is in for me today. We will analyze and see. We will find 1 or 2 things in the class for us that will keep us going for a long time. That is the mode how we should attend class. Right? Okay, cool. That is how we should attend. Very important. If we come to the class thinking that let me know what Krishna what he have for me, that is a mode. Then person who is giving class is irrelevant. Sometimes some devotees may not be giving good classes, right? When they speak, everyone sleeps in the class. In that person, that devotee also can speak. The potency is there of Krishna speaking to a particular devotee to you. All we need is keep our ears open and keep. Even if we are not understanding something, what's happening in Bhagavatam class, even in that not understanding Bhagavatam class, one point will come, let's take away point. Take home. That's the point. And that is how we should hear. So hearing is very important. We all are doing hearing regularly, right? We hear so many times, so many lectures. But if you want to improve the quality, if you want to become more steady, you have to improve the quality of our hearing. Once we improve hearing, Shravanam, automatic Kirtanam will improve. Automatically everything will improve. See, we have all become devotees because we heard first somewhere. And eventually everything came in our life. Right? Someone asked me, one person came along and said, do you have a strategic manual standard operating procedure of training ISKCON devotees. I say, we never made like that. How come your ISKCON is progressing? We just online training, just sit down, class, keep hearing. Is it all point there only? We never have done like that. We are not done any training program. No. First, it's Prabhupada, it's Prabhupada, then here. Never, we all heard in the classes only, but it was not like, oh, you are now new. Okay, waiting list. First, let this batch get work, then we will start with you. So spontaneous programs are going on here. But the process of hearing is such powerful that we learned everything. We got upgraded. We all are on the same page because we kept hearing. So this hearing is so powerful. After some years in Krishna consciousness, we feel बहुत सुन लिया है. That should not happen. If you don't get a chance to hear a lot later, whatever you hear with concentration. And hear that is very important. So it is not the quantity of what you hear, but the quality which you hear. So if we analyze this, that we have already all the gifts with us in Krishna consciousness. Everything is there. We have connection to our spiritual masters. We have a hearing process from him. We need to connect properly. Nothing new will be given to us. That is a great thing which the Prabhupada has given us. That he has given each one of us the whole process at the beginning only. It is not like, okay, now 5 years in Bhakti. Okay, I gave Bhagavatam. Now I'll give one new book. This is a new book. Don't do that devotee. It's 4 years only. 4 years only. No, all of us have got the process. Chanting, hearing, everything on the first day itself. I was yesterday teaching Bhakti Shastri. I was discussing Bhakti Shastri with few devotees online. And we were discussing about Srila Prabhupada. What I was thinking about this point. I mentioned this point. What was the point I was mentioning? Just now I was mentioning the point. I just lost track of that point. What was the point I was mentioning?
Quality.
Service.
Prabhupada has given us everything right from the beginning, right? Yeah, that is the point. I somehow I didn't plan the example, some example came, so I wanted to share the example. So, I was discussing with the devotees that Prabhupada has given this qualification of becoming a devotee to us very easily. Like one time, one devotee went to Srila Prabhupada and said, we had a lot of complaints about devotees. We find in ISKCON many devotees like that who keep complaining. So, Prabhupada, this devotee is not good. That devotee is always like this. That devotee. He was talking continuously. This devotee, that devotee, that devotee, this devotee. And Prabhupada was just hearing, watching it. Prabhupada said, in ISKCON, there is no devotee, only I am devotee. And then he stopped. Now, what he should say? This devotee or this person? What he should say? Prabhupada made it clear. In ISKCON, there is only one devotee, that is me. Any other questions you have? So his question stopped. His complaining stopped. He went away. So one devotee who was overhearing, he decided actually it's like that. In real sense, devotee is not a cheap thing, right? Now you are done your qualification, PhD from IIT. Then you got not admission, you got a job in IIT Hyderabad, right? Now, if he goes to IIT Hyderabad before his PhD and tell, please give me a job as a lecturer, professor here. I am still pursuing PhD, but I complete PhD, but give me a job before only. So when they give me a job, first you have to qualified and then the job will come. Right? This is protocol everywhere. Any job you go, first protocol is show your certificate that you are qualified, then you get a job. In ISKCON it is not like that. In ISKCON first job comes and then after that you become qualified. So first day we enter, everyone calls us Prabhuji, Mataji, such nice devotee you are, right? In ISKCON, new person converted, new bhakta. First name bhakta. Bhakta is a very big thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes for bhakta prahlad, and here is new bhakta. New bhakta. How can some bhakta be new only? Bhakta is bhakta. There can be new bhakta. But we are staying in terminologies in ISKCON, you see, we get the title of devotee first. If I ask, while going to Prabhuji, you are excellent devotee. What do you say? Thank you very much. You say, Prabhu, I am trying to become devotee. Right? That's what everyone says. If someone says, Prabhu, you are very nice devotee, so thank you very much. It's a surprise. It is a surprise, right? No, no. Did you hear me? No, I said, somewhere down the line, some miscommunication. Otherwise, straight answer is, Prabhu, I am trying to be devotee. I am not a devotee, right? In ISKCON, if we analyze our life, we are not devotees yet, but we have got a title of devotee. Now we have to become, that's what Prabhupada is saying. In ISKCON, no one is devotee. I am the only devotee. So we have to become devotee. But the point is, Krishna Prabhupada is so merciful that he allowed us to take the title and then become qualified. If Prabhupada would have kept some qualification, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he become devotee. Most of us would wait for lifetime to become the devotee. Prabhupada is so merciful. So that is how we can see that we are all, I do not know whether I am a devotee or not, but I can tell I am WIP, work in progress. And that will continue for a long time. Because even if someone becomes a devotee, he feels that he is not a devotee. That is understanding. So I'll take some questions. If something more is there, I'll answer any questions. Any questions you have? So, no questions.
Struggling in chanting.
Struggling in chanting.
Some kind of hardiness. Hardiness kind of negligence. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I will share two things. One is chanting is a very, very important topic. Because it's a daily thing. Daily sadhana. Chanting. So, two things. One is, one time someone asked the Prabhupada, very innocent person asked, Prabhupada, one of his abroad foreign devotees, Prabhupada, how much time it took for you to perfect your chanting? The strange question asking Prabhupada, how much time it took you for to perfect your chanting? Prabhupada was perfect chanter from first one. Prabhupada said, 40 years. How many years? 40 years. So I was thinking, Prabhupada, if said 40 years, we should take minimum 40 years, right? Not before Prabhupada, right? 40 years you try chanting. If we have a question like that, after 40 years we can ask. Oh, 40 years chanting, nothing left. That is one thing which we should all know. Second is very important is struggle is part of life. Struggle is part of life. It is material world which is full of enormities and all. It's like it's inconceivable material world. Padam padam yadi padam. What will happen next, no one knows. In such a platform, to become steady is very difficult. Platform itself is unsteady, right? If you're dancing on a floor which is the tiles already are moving, shaking, you can't dance there. Or you're dancing on a floor which is a marble floor and not a water is there. You just can't dance. So to become steady in the material world itself is a big concept. So the point is we should keep trying. How long we keep trying? Our perfect is keep trying. But the perfection is not in our hands. Perfection is in the hands of Krishna. One time, one very senior devotee was traveling with a spiritual master. So his guru asked him, "How are you?" If your friend asks you, "How are you?" what do you say? Fine, bro. Okay. Spiritual master asks you, "How are you?" ठीक है तो बोलते हैं हम लोग. We say, "अरे गुरु महाराज को तो मालूम है क्या चल रहा है." He asks, "How are you?" What do you say? Sometimes very difficult to answer such questions. So at best you give a philosophical answer, no? Struggling, Maharaj. It's a good one line, struggling. Because everything gets encapsulated in that struggling. So I'm struggling. So his spiritual master told him, keep struggling. Keep struggling. And he said, do not give the struggle. Give up the struggle. Struggle will continue. That is important. Keep struggling. One time Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj came to a temple and I went to his room to inform him about next day's Bhagavatam class, verse and all. So I entered. I know Maharaj since long time. And Maharaj also was brahmachari in our temple president. At time I started coming to Krishna consciousness. So I know him very well. So I could enter into his room directly also. So I went to his room. So immediately I asked, how are you? So I was thinking, this question is very difficult to answer. How are you, Prabhu? Because he met me for a very long time. How are you, Prabhu? I was thinking, he is Devamrit Prabhu, became Bhakti Rasamrit Maharaj, but now he is such a big sannyasi and leader. How can I say I am okay, fine? So I also use the same thing. Maharaj, I am struggling. So immediate answer came, are we struggling to remain in this world or get out of this world? What is our struggle? Struggle? Everyone is struggling in this world. What is struggle? To stay here or to get out of this place? So if our chanting is struggling to get out of this place, it is good struggle. But if a chanting Hare Krishna struggle is, my chanting will give us material benefit, why I am suffering, I am chanting for last 5 years, I have the same car, new car has not come. Something like that is there. That means you want to struggle to remain in this material world. If our struggle is to go out of this material, there is good struggle. That struggle will attract Krishna's attention, Krishna's mercy. Right? Like what is boy, small kid, beautiful. What is your name? Huh? Kuldeep. Urjit. So Urjit is this nice boy. Like your name, Urjit. Whose what son is? So the Prabhu is attentively hearing, right? Urjit is here, he is not able to attract your attention. But Urjit starts crying loudly. Then he has to leave the class and go for it. Right? Right now he's playing, he's so smiling beautifully. Right? But his smile becomes a frown and then he starts crying. And he has to leave. So Krishna also is into his Leela. We are not attracting his attention. Our attraction is, why? By our struggle. When we struggle very much and we are desperate, then finally Krishna is really in tough difficulty. Then Krishna takes attention and then he gives the mercy and he transforms us. So our struggle is actually good. It attracts Krishna's attention. Okay, I'll tell you a nice story. Just another connection, small child story. Prabhupada was in the airport. He was leaving to some other country. And there was an announcement that the flight is delayed by 1 hour. So devotees were happy. Wow, 1 hour extra, Prabhupada mercy. So all that time, devotees could go inside the airport also. Now no one can go. So they were all sitting near Prabhupada and Prabhupada was, now 1 year, suddenly, for example, if Prabhupada's time is fixed, 1 hour extra he gets. Then that 1 hour is extra. There is no schedule. Prabhupada became relaxed in the airport. He was talking to all devotees, Prabhupada, and devotees are coming and asking Prabhupada. So Prabhupada was like talking and Hare Krishna chanting, meeting devotees, talking to him. Schedule was not fixed. 1 hour. So Prabhupada was smiling and he saw one lady, Mataji, a deceased disciple. She was holding a kid. in the hand. The kid was trying to move out of the hands of the mother. The kid wanted to get down. Oh, to be over. Sometimes this is small kids that struggle and mother understands them. So because he's dancing around the body. Keep him down. So Prabhupada was watching. So the mother kept the kid down. And the kid immediately saw here and there, new place, airport, big, wanted to go this side. So mother pulled again. Again wanted to go. So mother was talking like, we was Prabhupada and this guy is going this side. Fine, I said, let's see what he does. And Prabhupada was watching all of them. Prabhupada was also watching that baby. So baby walked 2 steps and after exploring this airport, 2 steps later understood where is her mother. Turned around. And so mother is there. Mother is there, okay, no problem. 2 more steps extra, exploring. So he was exploring and watching behind mother. And Prabhupada is watching all this. So 2 steps going, and for a small kid, take 2 steps, takes time, no? So after a few steps, Prabhupada told that lady to come and hid behind him. So Mataji came and hid behind Prabhupada. And Prabhupada was watching. So this guy was like 2 steps, turned around. Mother is not there. So here and there, where am I? Mother is not there. The smile became frown. Slowly started crying. Mother was not seen, started crying loudly. And Prabhupada told her, don't come out till I tell you. He was crying desperate to his mother. The whole confidence had gone now out. Going into new place. And Prabhupada saw him said, come like this. The boy and the small child came running to Prabhupada. Prabhupada said, went and saw immediately big smile, caught hold of his mother. What a pastime, huh? Prabhupada's pastime. So the moral of the story is, moral has to be there, right? This good story has to be. We are all exploring this material world. And a 2 step is like millions of lifetimes. And when that shelter is not there, we say, where is our shelter? There is no one. Krishna is not there. We explored, ventured into this material world with the idea that सब कुछ ठीक हो जाएगा. That's what every time we do, that सब कुछ ठीक रहेगा. Suddenly, ठीक ही नहीं, कौन है, किधर है? We do not know what is where is the head, where is the tail. So Prabhupada taught a lesson that at that time, our spiritual master, Sri Prabhupada, we turn to them, they will connect us back. So we are all orphans in this material world. Actually, even though we have big family, I am staying in joint family, but we are orphans. Ultimately, everyone has to fly his own plane. Right? Everyone has to fly his own plane. At best, they can help you to this point, but beyond that point, we have to fly our own plane. But where our relatives can't reach, the spiritual personalities can reach us. If you have strong connection with them, they will connect us exactly at time when we need them. So that potential. So our connection has to be strong with them. So again, I have been the same point. Our connection has to be strong. And that connection is in the mood of service. And service is possible through hearing. That connection is there, service is there, and that connection will help us at right time to connect with Krishna also. I tried to answer your question, sorry. I spoke too much. Yes, Sandhya Mataji, right? What is there? Oh, initiative. I was wondering, some other Mataji.
Many times we hear that some devotees like they rendered so many services without taking care of their own self. They got burnt out. And then they immediately go to that zone, very cozy zone, and wherein they even like become very much fearful of taking even little steps. Within that range. So then if we see the example of these extremes, so we will also get confused. So how to identify whether we are in real?
I glorified it.
actually we have the ability to stretch a little bit without getting burnt, and then how to identify that we are getting burnt.
Happens. Sometimes we do so much, we don't understand whether we are doing little or doing too much. That is a confusion of that shows that we are not devotee. We confuse how much we should. Sometimes we eat prasad. How much we eat and after that, why I eat so much? And if we eat less, why I eat so much? I should eat more. Prasad is right. So we are always confused, right? Prasadam we are confused, service we are confused, chanting also confused. So what to do when we are confused? We need people around us. Hare Krishna, please come. Hare Krishna.
How are you?
I'm fine. Nice to see you.
Please
after a
come
long time.
forward. Please come
Please
forward.
join.
I can't sit down.
No problem, sit down. So we need around us association of devotees. So association of devotees, Rupa Goswami mentioned what it is association of devotees. Association of devotees are three types, right? One is Maitri, Kripa, Apeksha, and Maitri is with equals. Kripa is for juniors, and respect and honor and surrender is to higher devotees. So you have to balance like that. Kanishta Madhyam Adhikari, Uttam Adhikari are there. That is not only to write Buffy's exam only, that has to practice in Krishna consciousness. That we need around us all types of devotees. Some devotees are equal, who can always tell us. They will not even filter out, they will directly tell you. Whether it's right or wrong, they will tell. It's good to have devotees like that. Nothing wrong. If someone is there who comes and tells, why are you reading so much? It's good, no problem. And there should be seniors whom we take shelter. And there should be someone whom you always, because you see, in our life we need juniors also whom we preach. What is the reason? And tell you something. Not encouragement. In front of juniors we behave properly. We follow all the rules. It's good. Someone who should preach, you look upon Prabhuji Mataji, how are you? So you have to act in front of him. Disciplined way. So they help us to be disciplined. Equal to someone who can always relax, but they will also tell you. Free. They will not think also, they will just tell you. And senior is someone whom you always want to impress. So Rupa Goswami did not give us this 3 levels only because he was thinking 11 sloka I have to write in intro of instruction. So I have to add some sloka, let me add this sloka here. No, it is a manual of practice. For a devotee, nectar of instruction is Upadesh Amritam. It is for practice of a devotee. I call it a book from zero to hero. Start with what? Zero. Zero is what? Macho Vegam. You don't have control over any urges. You control your urges. Oh Baba, I have to control urges. How can I do it? Very difficult. Okay, change your lifestyle. What is that? What we should do? 6 things don't do. 6 things do. Text 2 and 3. Oh, 6 things don't do, 6 things do. But in that both don't do and do, there is one thing which is common. Association of devotees. How to do that? Then Dadati Pratigranati. Right? Loving exchange between devotees. Devotees, they don't become strongly bound just by Haribol. No. You may say 108 Haribols, but bonding will not come. Bonding will come when there is a connection. Service, seva. You have seen that we have so many devotees here, right? We know each other. But at best, Haribol, that's it. So those devotees, we have connections on service. We interact more. It's quite natural. So if you feel that Prabhuji, I am not getting association of that devotee, look for a service which is very connected to that service. So the service will get association of that devotee. You keep telling Prabhuji, आप तो association देते ही नहीं है. वो बोले मेरे को देने का इच्छा है आप देते ही नहीं connect to a service. So network instruction mentions 6 loving exchanges, but also mentions when you are associating with a very advanced devotee, senior devotee, there is a chance familiarity may come. Therefore, for an advanced devotee, you should not check his birth, his external qualities, his caste. Just like when you go to Ganga, in the rainy season, the Ganga is muddy, but still a person will take bath in Ganga. That is, I'm teaching Bhakti Shastri here, NOI. So one of the things in the NOI is this point that we need association of all varieties, right? Seniors, equals, and juniors. You say, Prabhu, how to balance that? That is your friend. Why are you asking me questions? Everything you ask, you know, प्रसाद में क्या दो तो मैं तो बोलूँगा क्या दूँगा आप लोग जो खाना है खाइए. So we have to make sure that our life is like that we have these people access with us. We are preaching also to some people. We are equals also around us. Around us is not hanging around us, but the point is we are always in touch with them. And we have seniors also. If we have that balance, then we will get our answers in either of these associations. I am trying to answer you philosophically. But your question is very, very intense question. Right? So this question can be answered very practically also if more details are supplied. So every question is like that. Every question can be answered very practically. Right? Therefore, Bhagavan asked me such a nice question. Bhagavan was very senior devotee. I don't know how to answer this. So I give philosophy answer. But if one devotee whom I know very well for many years, he asked me, Prabhu chanting, then I know, I see you always chanting, you sleeping only. Immediately I will give example. Next time you chant, you make sure you sleep early in the night. All the examples will also come. Because I know the person. Like every answer and the details also. So if we have balance of devotees around us like this, it can be either physical or some access. At this time in today's world, thanks to smartphone, which has disturbed our life, but it can also actually arrange our life as well. We have to arrange such a we have to have. We need to learn we can connect also well today. Today we are sitting in one place and we are connecting with so many devotees, so many places. Right? We can connect with people now. So we have it's a boon and a bane both. Right now, most of the time it is bane only. We are not using it for boon purpose, but if we can analyze, we can use for boon also. We can connect with devotees. So if you have equals with you, this problem will not come. And you have equals, I know.
Yes, Prabhuji, just because you were telling in the beginning of Prabhuji regarding good distribution. Only in 1 year, so regarding that.
I didn't tell you what to do with distribution.
No, Prabhuji, like 1 year we do so much and then.
The initial time is always like that. Initial enthusiasm is there.
Yes.
Always like that. All devotees are like that, but initial lot of enthusiasm. I remember when we all became devotees, you must have remembered, I became I studied every program. Every program I studied. So devotees would ask, hey, you come to every program. Then I would ask, is it wrong? Nothing wrong. But is it right? That I also do not know. But eventually I understood that it is not that you have put attendance everywhere, more about the practical. Like we have a counselor system in another Gopinath temple, it's Panchapati. So everywhere different systems are there, but our students, counselor is someone devotee is guiding us. So I had not taken counselor for many years. For 1 or 2 years I had not taken. So one senior devotee asked me, hey, who is your counselor? I said, I'm still searching. Why? You're still searching? How you are searching? He asked me. I said, I am trying to go into every counseling meeting. When I finish all the 12 counseling meetings, then I'll see which counseling meeting is good. I become the counselor of that counselor. This is not the way that which program is good, then you join that program. You need to look for a person who guides you, whom you can easily approach anytime, who has access, who has given you access, and then you take whether it is counseling meeting 4 are there or 400 are there, it's irrelevant for you. You see whom you can connect. So initially in our life it's like that always. So nothing wrong. Please distribute those. 1,000 books you distribute, right? All of you together. Do 5,000 next time.
Ravi.
No problem. No problem. But you should keep in mind, you should not do so much that if you feel that your body is not supporting, then you should take care of that. Very important. Everything has to balance. Unfortunately, we learn balance very late when we become fully unbalanced. They say now people become mature when it is already चिड़िया चुप गई खेल. But you see your lifestyle, your body, how you can ask your good husband also. Okay, you can ask some devotees around you. Everything is okay. No problem. You're happy doing it, satisfied. Everyone else is also happy doing it. You can check that. Then माता जी कर लिया कैसे आ सकते हैं करना ही पड़ेगा. That is the thing then maybe you have to work it out. Sometimes someone just by our enthusiasm, so no one comes to front of us. If I say you offended, she will offended. Okay, they drag on with you. But next time we call them and say, "Hey, today very lot of problem is there. I will come tomorrow for book distribution." People make excuses for coming next time book distribution. I should understand. That was the first time they came. In my enthusiasm, they lost their enthusiasm. Like so many times, in society of devotees, we have a lot of enthusiasm for doing one thing. But we should also know, we should see around what is the enthusiasm level of everyone else. And then curtail our enthusiasm. Sangha. Would like to do more, but if I do more, then I will be the only one standing there. No one will be there with me. So better I just take everyone with me. Want to add something, but I'm going through so much experience. Okay. You want to speak something, bro? You want to speak something? Want to speak something?
Speak Marathi.
Marathi? You're from Mumbai, Maharashtra? कुठून? इकडचेच आहे. म्हणून अच्छा तुमचंच नाव आहे का? सोनालिका ना सोनिका. हा नवीन नाव माहिती काय म्हणून बाजूला घेऊन बसला तिकडे.
He speaks so many things, so he speaks in Marathi, so the problem for us. He has to translate in somebody else. We don't know how to. He's a very advanced student.
Learn Telugu language. You learn Telugu? Telugu आता तुला तेलुगू तुला शिकणार? आईला विचारतो. So we'll end, I think so, right? I am not conscious of time now.
No, bro, it's
7:31.
our program starts on 7:30.
Oh, is it till 12:39? So next time when I come to program, no one will come. I'm saying to her, right? My enthusiasm will be there for a long time, but next time I come to Vishnu Prabhu's house, then only Vishnu Prabhu will sit and say, Prabhu, you continue, I'm coming. Somewhere we have to end to meet again, right? So we'll end here, and if you have any more discussion, we can discuss during Prashad is there?
Yes, yes.
For everyone or only me?
We'll have some person.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Radha Govind Bhagwan ki jai. All of you ki
Yeah.
Already hear your lectures, the recent one, Krishna, and I remember your Ganga Sagar lecture. You give very elaborate explanation. And, I always valuable means in that lecture.
Thinking you are spending your time hearing my lecture. You should have heard someone else's lecture. More beneficial.
Our language is covered about, so we get up to we get up to cover lectures.
So I made you sleep today. Get good sleep. Goodbye.
Which is Isaac. Gujarat.